Hello and welcome to this video tutorial. Today we're going to use a plugin available for Adobe Illustrator to create a pattern like this. Now before you can actually use a plugin in Adobe Illustrator, you're going to have to download it and install it, but this is something that you're only going to need to do once. And you're going to do it starting in a web browser, and you're going to exchange.adobe.com. And if you're not already signed in, you will need to sign in. So once we're here on Adobe Exchange, we're going to Creative Cloud. So I'm just going to click on that. This is a list of the plugins that are available here, and you'll see that there's 541 pages of them. So we need a way to filter out the plugin that we want to use. So I'm going to open the product list and just select Illustrator. And then I'm going to open the price list and I'm going to select free because the plugin we're using is of course free. And then I'm going to click in the name or keyword area and just type the word pattern. Now when I do that, I'm going to be shown only the extensions that sort of relate to patterns of some sort in Adobe Illustrator and that are free. And this is the one we're going to be using, Pattern Creator Panel Free. So I'm going to click on that to open up its page. Now if you haven't previously installed this pattern extension, you're going to see a button up here that says free on it, and you're just going to click on that. And when you do, the extension is going to be downloaded and automatically your Adobe Creative Cloud is going to open. I'm just going to click here to open my Creative Cloud because you can see that I have already downloaded the Pattern Creator panel, but I haven't installed it. Before you can install it, you will need to close any open versions of Illustrator because the extension has to be installed while Illustrator is not running. So I'm just going to click here to install it and click OK. In future, you can find the plugins that you have installed on your computer by going to the Creative Cloud. You're going to come down here to Stock and Marketplace, and then you're going to click here on Plugins, and any of the plugins that you have on your computer are going to be listed in this area. We don't need Creative Cloud to be open anymore. We don't need our browser to be open, but we do need to open Illustrator. I'm going to start with a brand new file. I'm just going to use something that's 1000 by 1000 pixels in size and click Create. When we open Illustrator, we'll find that our extension is available here on the window menu. Go down to Extensions and here is the Pattern Creator. So I'm just going to click to open it. Operates a little bit weirdly on my screen. I'm not sure if it's because of the size of my screen, but I will need to scroll to actually see everything. But right now I don't have anything to make a pattern from, so I'm just going to make some quick shapes. My shape is going to be this sort of rounded shape. I'm going to Alt drag a duplicate away and I'm going to rotate it. I'd actually want 4 of these shapes and I want them all to be slightly different colors and all slightly different rotations. Just using the Alt key to make a duplicate and holding the Shift key as I rotate the shape to get a perfect rotation of 90 degrees or some multiple of 90 degrees. All my shapes are different colors. They're just already created, so I'm just going to move them out of the way and I'm going to create my pattern. Now in the Pattern Creator we get the ability to adjust the size of our shapes. I'm going to use sort of smallish shapes. I'm thinking like 100 would be a good value here, so I'm just going to type 100 and 100. I can choose a work speed if I want to. I'm not going to bother with it. All I'm going to do is just click Start so we can see what we're going to get from using this tool. And you will need to wait while the pattern is made for you. So we now have a pattern here where all the shapes are 100 pixels in size and they're arranged in a pattern-like format. In the Layers panel, we can see what we've got. Going here to the Layers panel, you can get to it by choosing Window and then Layers. And here is the pattern layer. I'm just going to turn off the actual shapes themselves, and the pattern layer is just a whole series of shapes. Now the pattern is actually going over the edge of the artboard. That's just fine. I'm going to press Control or Command A to select everything. And I'm going to make it a pattern using the Pattern Make tool with Object and then Pattern and Make. The reason for this is because I want to make sure that my pattern looks okay and that it's seamless. Going up here to the view menu, I'm going to hide the artboard because it's going to make it easier to see things. I'm also going to set the width and height to the width and height of my original artboard, which was 1000 by 1000. And now I can zoom out a little bit to make sure that everything looks just fine. I have a few overlapping shapes, or a few shapes that are really close to each other. If I wanted to do something about those, I could start moving them. So I could go to the selection tool and I could just click on a shape that looks like it could use a little bit of adjustment, and I'll just move it around. One thing I like about this tool is it's really pretty good at creating patterns that are sort of like scatter patterns where everything's sort of randomly arranged, and it does tend to keep the pieces out of the way of the other pieces pretty well, so you only have to move one or two pieces to sort of neaten it up, whereas if you were making this design yourself by hand, it would be a whole lot more difficult. There is something to watch out for, and that is shapes like this that are over the edge of the tile edge. If I go to move this out of the way, you'll see that this was actually two shapes. So I'm actually going to delete one of them, and then I'm left with one that I can actually move. And the one that I can move may not be where you think it is. It mightn't be down here, it might be at the top. So just be aware of that. Once you're happy with your design, you can just click Done. I'm going to choose View and then Show Artboards to bring my artboard back. I'm going to grab everything which was the original pattern and does not show the moved shapes, so just be aware of that. I'm going to make a rectangle the size of my artboard, and let's test our new pattern. I have the fill selected, so I'm just going to click here on the pattern. I'll choose Object Transform Scale. I want to scale the pattern but not the object, and I want to drop this down to say 50% so I can see how it's looking. I'll press Ctrl or Command 0 to take a good look at my pattern. If I'm happy with that, we have a pattern swatch here in the swatches panel that we can use. If you want to make changes to the color, for example, you'll select on your shape and go up here to the Recolor Artwork dialog. I'm going down here to Advanced Options, and then I'll go across to Edit. At the moment, everything is linked because it says unlink here, so that means that all these colors are linked. If I drag around, I'm just going to move these colors to a different place on the color wheel, but it's going to have the same relationship between the colors. If I want to break that relationship, I can unlink the colors and I can start moving them around to wherever it is that I want them to be. Now, I've seen a small problem in the design, so I'm just going to click OK. We have two copies of this pattern, so just be aware of that. If you're going to make changes to one of them, then you're going to make changes to one but not to the other. Just going to double click on this, and you can see here's the problem piece, or one of the problem pieces, and I can just move those around. But as I said, that's going to change this version of the pattern. It's not going to change the blue colored version. So you do want to make sure that things are looking right before you go and do too much recoloring like I just did. So I'm just going to click Done. So this is fixed up, but if I select my shape and apply this pattern to it, you'll see that the problems still exist in that pattern. I really like this pattern make tool for things that are sort of like thrown patterns, where you want things to be sort of all over the place, but you don't want to spend the time actually putting them there in the first place. It's also a really good introduction to extensions and getting used to going to the marketplace and having a look around as to what's there, and then using them in your own projects. If you like carefully researched content like this, clearly presented in a step-by-step format so that you can get great results, then you'll love my Skillshare content. I'm a Skillshare top teacher. I have hundreds of short courses on Skillshare that you can access, along with thousands of other great courses, all for the price of a single subscription. If you're interested, there's a Skillshare coupon for you in the description below to use to sign up. Using this coupon benefits me as a creator, and it helps me continue to make free content available here for you also on YouTube. Thank you for joining me for this video tutorial. On the screen now, you'll see a video that I've handpicked for you. If you enjoyed the video you've just watched, I know that you're going to really enjoy the one I've picked for you to watch next.